I'm Carl, and you're watching the Coffee Bowling Channel.
I'm Carl, and you're watching the Coffee Bowling Channel.
And we're back to the Coffee Bowling Channel Retired Gems. So lately I've been super busy with bowling a couple of tour events, although one of them went super good, and then the TOC fell right on my face. But I'll make mistakes, we're human. If you watch any of my videos, you would know that. But actually, cool story about the TOC. So last year when I was on motive staff, well, me being on motive staff isn't exactly any point in the story, but shout out to them. They were a huge help to me in me even being able to go on tour in the first place. So like I said, thank you to everybody with that company. You all know you are. Thank you. Anyways, at the TOC last year, I had to bowl the pre-tournament qualifier because I have a regional title, which qualified me to at least have a chance to try. So I'll go out there, and at this point my season hadn't gone very well. I hadn't cashed in anything. It's already about 3/4 of the way through the season, and kind of a wash of a season. I didn't even qualify high enough to not have to bowl the PTQs the next season, that's done. But lo and behold, I averaged like 158. You can even go look it up. It's actually kind of funny when you're looking back on it. And I got dead last in the pre-tournament qualifier, and man, was I dejected. But I came back this next year, and I ended up finishing just a couple places outside of the cut line. I was in, through the 7 of the 8 games, I was in the cut, and then I had my bad game and I fell out. But the moral of the story is, I did 100% better than I did last year. So I finished in the middle, if the upper part of the pack this time, whereas last time I was dead last. So even though I came away empty-handed, I still saw success, and then I'm moving forward. So let's get to these gems. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. We've got the Web. The Web is a hybrid cover stock. It's a retired gem. It's been retired a little bit. This was before Brunswick had bought them. So it's got a pretty big core in it, like at least 040s, 050 differential in the 248 range in the RG. The Kinetic, this ball is super special. If you don't have this, you probably can't get them anymore, but definitely worth the money if you want to pay, if you want to go try to find a gem online or something like this. This is just so good. But anyways, it has got a low differential and it's intermediate differential, makes it really close to being a symmetrical ball. Really good. And the bad intentions. I have been wanting this ball. It's like the Rodman Solid. But this is before the Rodman Solid, and I definitely want to get some lane time in with this one. It's really smooth and clean, but like really slow down lane. You wouldn't expect it to be as smooth of a ball for having such a big amount of flare. It's like an 050 differential with a 2.4 in the 248 range of the RG. So you take them on the lanes, you guys see for yourself. First up, we have the Web Hybrid, and I need to get lined up here. I haven't really thrown them yet, but this will be the first shot with it. I'm gonna just assuming they're hooking a ton, just because it's harbor lanes. So let's see what we got. Okay, well, the Web Hybrid hooks. So, what are some thoughts that I have with my Web Hybrid? One thing, if any of you guys are Hammer fans, you would remember the Hot Sauce Pearl, which was the second in the sauce line. In the Hot Sauce had these beautiful, vibrant black, purple, and electric blue colors on them, and this ball has the exact same colors, and I love it. So the last shot, we'll move another 2 left off of that last one. Ah, man, my fingers are swollen. All right, see what we got here. Going even further left than the shot prior. Oh, got that in a little. Doesn't seem to matter. So this is the first take. I will make sure, I'll throw this one more time. Let's see, except this time, I mean, the ball's finishing really, really hard. I am coming around it a bit, so I'm going to get a little more up the back of it. And will stay the same and see if it retains that crazy strong back end, even if I get a little more forward with it. Okay, so that was a miss right. Not really my best shot, but I mean, that ball, even getting super up the back in the miss right, it still was able to shape enough to hit the pocket. So that's cool. So moving on to our next ball, the bad intentions. The scene did cut a little bit, but that's mainly just so I could check for quality. So now we're on to the bad intentions. So how does this compare to the Web Hybrid? I think this is going to be a little slower down lane. You're not going to see that crazy down lane reaction like we saw with the Web Hybrid. So I moved about 3 right off of where I already was with the hybrid. Okay, so already you can see that ball's way smoother. I tugged it in a little bit. That way it saw the oil, because I figured this ball needs a little more oil to get to retain shape. But let's send her out to the friction a little earlier and see how much room she can cover. I'm going to move a 3 left to account for the extra bump it's going to experience when it sees the friction. So let's see what she just got. Wow. All right, well, this ball is pretty responsive to friction. As you can see, even though I was a little slower, a little around it, tried to throw it in the friction a little more just to see if I could really get it to hook, and it really did. So, all right, I'll throw one more shot with it, and we'll see if we can get this thing to hit the pocket. Crazy thing about this ball flares quite a bit. So, seeing how that last one overhooked, we're gonna throw this a little harder this time. Okay, so not as good of a result as the Web Hybrid, and I picked up my ball speed a good bit there, and you saw it just shoot right through it. So this ball is a little more sensitive to oil. So we're gonna see if moving right is kind of how to get this ball to work for me. So obviously if we slow down and move left, not that great, but if we stay a little more firm with our ball speed, we should probably get it to face up the right way. So now we're moving all the way back to 32. We were just at 35. Same ball speed. All right, not bad. So now we're gonna move on to the Kinetic Obsidian. All right, so you just saw the bad intentions. It is much slower down lane than the Web Hybrid, but I think I'm really gonna like the bad intentions. It allows me to definitely keep my angles in front of me, which is what I need to have. On house shots, yeah, a ball like that's not gonna look amazing. So, Kinetic Obsidian, this ball hooks quite a bit down lane, and I'm going to assume she's gonna be right there with the Web Hybrid. So we'll get right back where we were with the Hybrid. Yeah, like I said, this ball is serious. It is probably one of the cleanest solid shell asymmetric balls I've ever had. The flare on this ball, it is an 035 differential or something real close. It's got the shuttle core on it, solid, the QR7 solid, and wow, is it a good matchup. It's crazy to think this is a solid cover stock ball because of how nicely it shapes. But the flare is interesting on this ball. It stays pretty tight and opens up down lane. So it makes for a deadly combination of driving through the pins. But sometimes that's not always a good thing, as you can see. And we'll get We'll get one more shot, and this time I'll really try and get her to hook. I'll add some rotation, and I'll get in front of the ball return. So this may go well or not at all. See if she can keep up. Got it out. Wow. All right. That one hooks. So thanks for watching me fall off my shot, and let's see if that changes your guys' opinion of which one's the best out of all three of them. Now, do keep in mind this was a freshly oiled house shot, so that is what we were bowling on. Made it this far, you have made it to the end of the video. So, was the Bad Intentions the best, the Kinetic Obsidian the best, or the Web the best? Let me know in the comment section which ones you guys thought were the best. And if you guys want to see some other retired gems in part 4 coming soon, let me know. I always appreciate the subscriptions. We finally got over 3,000 subscribers. Appreciate all the love, and hopefully maybe I might be able to do a ball giveaway. Let me know if you guys want to see me do a ball giveaway at the next subscriber range. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time.